The boys taking on Wisconsin Lutheran tonight, live at Hartford Union High School. Mike Hennis along with Mark Kazabucki. And tonight, Mark, Hartford's still looking for that first win in conference. That's something you'd like to talk about in November, not in February.
Well, the way this team's played, Mike, it's just so unfortunate they haven't been able to come up with the win. They've played great games, time in and time out, only to come up a little bit short at the end. And I don't know if you attribute that to the talent level or what, but this Hartford team cannot be labeled as a team with no heart, no character. Tonight they're going to face a team in Wisconsin Lutheran, like much of the year, a definite height advantage for the other team. I think we're going to see another all lineup here above 6 foot. So Hartford's going to have the work cut out for them. They're just going to have to do what they've been doing all season and just hope they get some breaks. They got to shoot the ball well from the outside, play that tough, tenacious defense, and have somebody different step up. Every game it's been somebody different. That's what's been a pleasure about this team, even though they haven't been winning a lot of ball games. Every game you're seeing a younger player bring his game up a notch, and it's been a thrill to watch him develop as a team throughout the season, even though the win-loss record isn't that great.
If Hartford has a forte, it's their definite ability to stay with the team physically. They have their practices are gut-wrenching, sweat performances. Coach works them real hard, but that's what they got to go on. They got to go on hard work and be able to outlast other teams, where maybe some teams could be lacking in the endurance. Hartford's definitely not going to die at the end.
As not a prodigy, but a pupil of Coach Dorian Timmer, and back in my heyday, I can't even remember how far back that was, I can attest to the fact of practices, both on the gridiron and on the court. Coach Timmer likes his athletes' condition, and I think you see that, as you mentioned, in their style of play, full court pressure on the ball, up and down for 4 quarters. We saw it last week in that West Bend game, where you could see the other team tiring a bit, and it's too bad they don't play 5 quarters, because Hartford may have gotten them, but Hartford definitely a good conditioned team, and they're going to have to use all of it tonight against Wisconsin Lutheran.
Well, it would be a bittersweet victory if Hartford could come away with an upset tonight. Any game, any win in the conference would be an upset. Hartford got 2 games remaining, looking to come on top tonight against Wisconsin Lutheran. Stay tuned. Hope you enjoy the broadcast and telecast from Hartford Union High School. Stay tuned. Shooters, scorers, and 8-4 record in conference versus Hartford's 0-12.
Yeah, Wisconsin Lutheran, everybody. Some big old husses on that team, and they, like you say, they're going to come at you from all angles. They've got inside-outside game. They've got some post, high post. They like to run around that free throw line, and of course the quickness here, which I believe Hartford is one of the areas that Hartford will match up with any team in the conference. The quickness level up and down the court. So Hartford's going to have to use that, and they're going to have to step it up on the inside game. I think that's going to be the key for Hartford, Mike. Anytime you talk about a team that can hit you from all angles, you stop the one with the most percentages first, and that's the inside game. Force them to beat you from the outside, and hopefully Hartford can just string together here some outside shooting of their own and hang with this Wisco team.
Well, it is senior night tonight, and again, 3 seniors that are graduating who have put 4 years of hard work and dedication into the program. Travis Hauser, of course, a starter who has been a starter for the last 2 seasons. Dan Rodeman, he has been a part-time starter the past 2 seasons and a top defensive player. He has been a spark coming off the bench and shut down key offensive opponents. And Adam Hansen had a career game earlier in the year against Economox, scoring 14 and grabbing down 8 rebounds. Adam has served as the inside substitute, giving up 4 to 6 inches every time out. And Adam's great attitude and work ethic has been key to the development of younger inside Oriole players. So Travis, Dan, and Chief, as they call him, this one's for you. So we appreciate their dedication and hard work, and I know Coach Timmer appreciates that too. We're going to send it back to our studios and come back to you in a couple minutes or so. And Mike Vesci, our proud and very reliable engineer, is going to rattle off our sports club sponsors and come back to us here on WTKM, your sports club station.
Left to go, coming back with a big bucket and some free throws to pull it out.
Our national anthem.
O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does as that star-spangled banner yet waves o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Judy Gosenheimer with the beautiful rendition of the national anthem. What a treat.
Boy, if that doesn't get you in the mood for some exciting hoops, nothing will. Beautiful voice.
All right, we're going to send it down to our whatchamacallit. We call him the MC announcer. He's going to talk about the senior night as well.
Kind of wears those pants like MC Hammer, too, doesn't he?
Mr. Eric Gitter. Dan Rodman be recognized out there as a senior, one of the three.
Travis Hauser.
Travis Hauser, of course, had a super career, plagued by an injury.
Yeah, he's really sucked up his performance this year. He's got a hip pointer, Mike, and a broken knuckle. How'd you like to have to play all season with those two kind of injuries?
Oh, yeah. All right, now Mr. Public Address Announcer Eric Gitter with our starting lineups.
Tonight's game features the visiting Wisconsin Lutheran Vikings against our Hartford Orioles. And now the starting lineups for both teams. At one guard for Wisconsin Lutheran, number 10, Andy Duncan. For Hartford, number 12, Travis Hauser. At the other guard for the Vikings, number 32, Joel Ludke. For Hartford, number 10, Dan Rademan. At one forward for Wisconsin Lutheran, number 50, Jason Just. For Hartford, number 34, Mike Jones. At the other forward for the Vikings, number 40, Andy Schultz. For Hartford, number 32, Ryan Allenbacher. And at center for Wisconsin Lutheran, number 44, Con Knippel. And for Hartford, number 52, Adam Hedson. Wisconsin Lutheran is coached by Dale Walls, Hartford by Doran Timmer.
All right, thank you very much, Eric. And, little tribute to the seniors, letting them start tonight. Coach Timmer, of course, appreciates all the hard work that they did. And they're getting a chance to start. And
like to see it.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's a great gesture, and I don't think you've got a severe talent drop-off either there in that starting five. I think that's a pretty decent starting five, and it's going to be an exciting ball game. You're listening to WTKM, your sports club station. A nice evening, Mike. Temperatures finally above that freezing mark. Wow.
All week it's been super nice. Today got near 50 degrees. Sun was shining bright.
Of course, you know what this means. Snowstorm.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it'll be coming up probably Monday. All right. Teammates are exchanging hands, and
well, this looks like a do-si-do.
Yeah, right. Alamine left.
There.
Here we go. Basketball action. Allenbacher's going to do the jumping against Con Knippel, the 6'4 senior sensation from Wisco. He can totally single-handedly take charge of a ball game. Tip comes to Andy Duncan. Wisco going from our left to right. Duncan on top, guarded by Hauser. With the ball on their left wing, Jason Just skips it over to Duncan. He penetrates on the left side. Between the leg dribble, reversing over to Knippel. On top to Litke. Baseline pass to number 10, Andy Duncan. Travel, no call. Travis Hauser ties him up. Off! Duncan's hands out of bounds.
Great defense. Duncan got away with a travel, and Hauser all over him when he picked up that dribble to force the turnover.
Travis Hauser calling out the play. Hauser the point guard. Crosses over, swings it over to Rademan on the left wing. Rademan penetrating over on top to Allenbacher. Losing his dribble, needs some help. Inside to Hansen. Hansen with a turnaround, puts up the shot. Just a little short. Rebound comes down to Andy Schultz. Here goes Schultz going coast to coast. Working against Hansen. Behind the back dribble on top to Duncan. Duncan between the two circles over to Just for three from the right wing. Looks good from here, and it is.
Boy, the knuckleball from the forward out on top. Free throw line extended right for Trey.
3-0 Wisco on top. Here's Allenbacher driving baseline, pulls up from 12. No good. Rebound comes down to Knippel. Con Knippel up ahead quickly to number 32, Joe Litke. Over to Duncan from La La Land. Oh, good. Rebound comes down to Hansen. Hansen is driving hard to the basket. Pulls up, swings it over, and we're going to have a travel.
That's too bad. Hartford has had 2 good looks down the court. First time down, Hansen with a nice little turnaround J at the high post from the free throw line, and Allenbacher from 10 along the baseline with a nice little dribble moving. Hartford couldn't get either one to go. High percentage shots. Hartford doing a nice job in the half-court set, but down 3-zip.
Inbound comes to Duncan. Of course, Hartford's full court pressure. 6:45 to go in the first. Hartford down by 3. Up ahead quickly to Just. He's hit one already just outside the three-point line.
Oh, no.
Here's high post Knipple. Watch him work. He's in the paint too long. Is he going to get a 3-second call? No. Ball is saved and come away to Litke over to Duncan. High post to Knipple. Look at this man move. And he gets fouled and count it.
See, he's so quick in the high post that time with a drop step from the high block position, and he just drop stepped right between Allenbacher and Hansen before they could even react.
I tell you, when you start the high post to do one drop step and you're laying it in, you're covering some turf with one step.
That's an aggressive move to the hoop, and like all good post players, Mike, he's got an inkling of what he's going to do with the ball before he gets it. So when it happens quick.
5-0 Wisco up ahead to Allenbacher. Back out to Hauser. Hauser's got it off the deflection to Rodman. Rodman inside, stolen away by Jason Just. Up ahead quickly to Duncan. Duncan losing it out of bounds. So I tell you, Wisco really likes to move it up and down to Hardwood.
They sure do. All 5 starters can run the court well, and when you've got a center like Knipple at 6'4" that can run the court with the guards, why not work the transition element?
Here's Hauser, gets a screen from Allenbacher and travels with the ball.
You know, Hartford here, this is not a good sign for Hartford in the sign of unforced turnovers. That's 2 already by Hartford. They've done a nice job as of late limiting those.
Here's Duncan working against Hauser. Hartford just managing two shots so far. Here's Andy Schultz.
Travel.
Justin, he travels with the ball. Good presence there by Ryan Allenbacher right in the man's face.
Good post-up defense that time. Allenbacher, when just squared to the hoop, didn't jump onto the shot, just got his hands up into the face and disrupted the move to the hoop.
Here's Hauser. Right wing to Rodman. Rodman driving hard. Needs some help. Finds Jones. Jones fakes once. Puts up off the glass. In and out. Rebound comes down to Just. But battling for it is Jones as he saves it. Up ahead to Travis Hauser. Hauser's got it over to Allenbacher. He looks at the 3
thought about the tray.
Well, he was shooting them in warm-ups. He says, hey, maybe I could pop this one when you get mad. And we're going to get a foul on Duncan as Rodman tried to drive and pull up for a 15-footer. Duncan with the foul. Now, is that going to be a shooting foul? It should be.
I don't know. NBA continuation. Let's give it to him. But how about the hustle by Jones and Rodman inside on the offensive glass? Jones completely sprawled out on the floor, tips that ball out to Hauser at the half-court line. Great hustle.
So at the line, the senior, Dan Rodman.
Let's get on the board here.
5-0 to score, and it still is.
Put up a little mortar with that baby.
Ouch. Second free throw on the way. No good. Rebound Just. Actually to Knipple. Up ahead quick. Oh, there's a travel. No call. Joe Litke with the ball. Swings it over to Just. Litke gets the ball stolen away by Rodman. Rodman's got it. Looking to fill the lane. Finds Allenbacher off the glass. No good. Jason Lynch in the lineup. He battles for it. No good. So Hartford's been defensively doing a great job, but they can't get their just reward on the other end. Here's Knipple. Good.
You can't stop that. Knipple, 6'4" on a baseline penetration. He pulls up, and he's got at least about a 3-foot vertical. He just pulls up right over the top of the defense.
Hauser baseline to Rodman. Rodman with a 10-foot baseline J off of Hauser's assist. Here's Litke working against Ryan Allenbacher. The 5-second call. Knipple with the call, but there's a foul on Travis Hauser.
Hauser thought he had all ball, good weak side defense that time. Post-up battle, it's Jones and Knipple. Hauser from the weak side almost had his steal. Hartford, Mike, 1 for 5 from the floor, 0 for 2 from the free throw line.
George Martle and also Willie Tomlinson.
There's a tongue twister.
With the ball right now on the baseline is number 22. That's Mortal. George Mortal gets it over to Knipple. No good. Rebound, Ryan Allenbacher.
A nice job by Allenbacher, too. Jumping up in traffic to rip that ball back to the body to protect it.
David Faring in the lineup now for Hartford. Travis Hauser drives, and there's going to be a foul on number 22, George Mortal.
There's some of the small things that Hauser can afford your offensive team. On the dribble penetration, you watched the way he protected the ball when he went up for the shot. They had to reach in to stop that shot. Oh, and they're going to say it's on the dribble penetration.
Inbound comes to Jason Lynch. Over to David Faring for 3. No good. Rebound battle for a good box out by number 32, Joe Litke, as he tries to push it up the floor, but Hartford gets back on D this time. Here's a drive by number 40, Andy Schultz, and it's going to be an offensive foul.
Yeah, you betcha. Jones from the weak side peeled off Knippel and stood his ground on the baseline and drew the charge. But I tell you what, Schultz took off from about 3 feet behind the block and almost underhand dunked that. Holy cow.
Here's Hauser. Baseline to Faring. Faring from 18. He's got it.
Much better shot. Last time down the court, the tray from the right baseline. His feet weren't set, Mike. He threw up the ball before he was square to the hoop. That time, nice little baseline J from 15.
With the ball right now on the left wing is number 32, Joe Litke. Inside feed to Knippel. He travels. Oh, they're going to call a foul on Jason Lynch.
That's Lynch from the weak side coming over to double team the post, and I tell you what, that looked like a great defensive play.
As soon as Knippel turned around, he felt the defender. It looked like he shuffled the feet around.
You bet.
Hartford in their 2-3 zone. Knippel from 15. Oh.
Jones all over him right up into the air, but Knippel could just jump higher.
Here's Hauser. Penetrating. Ryan Allenbacher in and out. Rebound comes down to Con Knippel. Nice drive by Allenbacher.
Sure was, but you got to be able to convert on that. Nice little lay-in from 2 feet, and he just put it up hard.
Lynch with a strong rebound off the miss throw. Number 32, Joe Litke. Here goes Hartford, trailing 9-4. Here's Lynch to Jones. Almost stripped, puts up the shot. No good. Kept alive by Jones. He's got his own rebound. Over to Allenbacher. Hauser from 18. No good. Rebound comes down to Con Knippel. Up ahead quickly. Knippel gets it back, lays it up and in.
Nice 2-on-2 fast court break that time by number 22, Mortal. And Knippel.
There's Ryan Allenbacher off the pass from Jason Lynch.
Wisconsin Lutheran, after running transition last time down, a little lazy getting back, and Lynch to Allenbacher to capitalize.
With the ball on the right wing, Andy Schultz.
Look at Jones battling inside.
Knippel with the ball off the glass and good.
Jones has got to get some help. If he's going to front, you got to have weak side help.
Yeah. 13-6, 2:22 to go. Here's Hauser between the leg dribble. Working hard against him is Joe Litke. Litke shuts him off. Over to Allenbacher on top. David Faring. He's going to drive baseline. He draws the foul. Nice job by Faring to draw that foul. George Mortal.
Just off a quick first step, hard to the baseline, left-handed dribble. Drew the foul. 2:12 left to go. It's 13-6. Hartford down by 7. Mike, and Hartford's shooting percentage, I'm not sure where we are. We've got 3 field goals made, but I'd say we're somewhere around that 3 for 10 or 11 range. Hartford's gotten good looks, just haven't been able to put the ball in the hole.
Substitution, Jason Peach comes in. Also, Dan Rodeman comes in. Hartford going with Peach, Rodeman, David Faring, Mike Jones, and Jason Lynch.
Hebner into the ballgame for Wisconsin Lutheran.
Peach to Faring. Faring for 3. Forces this one up. No good. Rebound. Mike Jones puts up a shot. Reverse and good.
Jones is just battling his heart and soul away on the inside. That's his 4th offensive rebound. And a nice little reversal move with the left hand to lay it in for the deuce.
With the ball on the right wing, Brett Hebner. He drives baseline. Pulls up. Shut off. And David Faring's going to be called for the foul as he wrapped around Andy Schultz trying to strip the ball from him. And it's going to be a personal foul on Faring.
That time Hartford with the triple team off the inlet to the post up in the block. On the reach, Faring picks up the foul. Hartford really cognizant now of the post.
Tomlinson shuts off his dribble. Mortal gets it back out where he can see. Gets out of the corner. And wisely sets it up. Here's Hebner on the right wing. Inside low post. Nice feed from Schultz. No good as the Mortal missed the easy bunny. Here's Faring. He gets fouled from behind.
Stutter step move left Mortal into dust. On the elbow, went to the hole, and Schultz is going to pick up the foul. And what a pretty move. Schultz on the fadeaway 10 drops it to Mortal, who missed the bunny. And Jones with the aggressive rebound to start the transition game.
13-8. David Faring at the line, and Chief comes back in. Adam Hansen replacing Michael Jones.
1:27 left to go. Hartford down by 5, 13-8, but at the line for 2.
David Faring connects. It's his 3rd point of the night. 1:27 to go in the first. Hartford within 4. Second free throw by Faring is on the way. Good.
Nothing but the bottom of the net, 13-10. Hartford down by 3.
Full court pressure. Faring working against Mortal. He's only a mortal man.
Oh, I knew this was coming.
There's Mortal driving, penetrates, gets stripped from behind, but there's going to be a foul either on Adam Hansen or David Faring. I think it might be Faring his second. Oh no, it's on Chief. Hansen picks up the personal.
Chief was square, had his body square, but I tell you what, the Wisconsin Lutheran player, I believe that is Mortal, when he got into the air, he turned his body sideways to try and slither by, and I think that's why Chief got whistled for the block.
Inbound comes to Willie Tomlinson. With the ball right now is Brett Hebner. Nice feed inside to Steve Dumke. And Dumke kicks it off the glass.
I tell you what, that's just an underclassman mistake by Jason Lynch. He got beat. The fake out on top, the backdoor cut, and if you're going to foul, you got to make sure the shot has no chance of going in.
Otherwise, your best back off.
That's right. Otherwise, just let him have the easy deuce.
So now for the three-point play, Steve Dumke, 6'4" junior, free throw on the way, good.
So you take Knippel out of the ball game, and who do you bring in? Also 6'4", Steve Dumke. Alongside him, they've got in there, I believe,
Walther,
who checks into the ball game, and he's 6'2".
Rodman inside to Chief. Chief off the glass. He is fouled. No call.
Hartford got lucky. Chief may have had the offensive foul. Weak side help coming from Tim Walther, and that may have been an offensive foul, but no call by the ref. Hauser back in for Faring. 1:03 left to go. 16-10 is the score. Wisco with the ball and the lead.
Inbound comes to Duncan on the lob over the top, 3-on-2. Tomlinson's got a baseline move. He pulls up over the top of Adam Hansen and count it.
Well, I don't think Adam Hansen expected Tomlinson to pull up from the baseline with a little 10-foot shade. Nothing but the bottom of the net, 18-10.
Here's Rodman reversing it to Peach on top. High post, Travis Hauser. Travis Hauser for 15, no good. Battling for the rebound is Jason Peach, and he tips it out of bounds.
Hauser cannot buy a bucket. He turned around, saw he was wide open at the left elbow and couldn't believe it. Got himself square and put up the shot just a little bit hard.
18-10 the score. 40 seconds left on the clock. Here's Hebner working against Hauser. Between the legs, back and forth, and it's going to be a blocking foul on Travis Hauser.
And that's pretty close, because I tell you what, Hauser had beaten Mortal to the spot. I thought Hauser's body was in position to take the contact square. Hauser, great defense.
So that'll put number 24, Brett Hebner, at the line.
The bonus number 24, Brett Hebner.
34 ticks of the clock remaining, and we'll send it back to our studios at the end of the quarter to hear from a couple more of our proud sports club sponsors. Free throw on the way, no good. Rebound battle for it.
I think we're going to get over the back. Good position by Hansen.
It's going to be on Steve Dumke. Good block out by Adam Hansen.
Hartford here with 34 seconds. Mike's got to have a bucket here. They've been toying here with the idea of getting back into this ball game. You just haven't been able to put the ball in the hole.
Lynch with the ball, reversing it over to Travis Hauser. Baseline to Rodman. Rodman, oh, he gets smashed from behind. But he'll go to the line. On the offensive rebound, he put it back up again, and there was a foul.
Boy, that was, I think, Duncan. Was that Duncan from behind? A great head and shoulders fake by Rodman, but Duncan, with some severe hang time, still blocked that ball on his way down. And what a great look inside by Hauser from the top of the key to see the backdoor cut by Rodman.
Foul is on Dumke. Rodman, in and out. That's his third miss on the line.
Rodman 0 for 3 from the free throw line, and Hartford here cannot afford to. You look at this Wisconsin Lutheran team, and they just don't look like they're running on all four gears right now. It looks like they could really explode, and Hartford just has got to start shooting the ball. 0 for 5 now for Rodman. Offensive rebound.
Jason Peach went up for the offensive rebound. They call him for the 3 seconds in the lane.
Awfully quick whistle.
He looked like he ran out of bounds in time. Inbound tipped out by Travis Hauser. The full court pressure is still here.
15 seconds left to go. Hartford had a golden opportunity to cut the lead to 6. Now they face a double-digit deficit and almost a steal.
Here's Duncan getting it up the floor quickly. 9 seconds left. Here's Hebner skipping it back out to Tomlinson. Puts up a shot with 2 seconds left, and he travels with the ball. We got 1 second left on the clock.
All right, here's where you do the Christian Leitner play. Double high pick at top of the key, throw the ball, turn around Jay from 22.
Here's Peach for Hauser. It's on the way,
Get in.
and it's short. So at quarter number one, Hartford is trailing in this one 18-10. We'll be right back after these commercial messages. Second quarter on the way, and here to call it for you, Mr. Mark Kazabucki.
Thank you very much, Mike. Wisco's going to open up, and it looks like a 1-2-2 matchup. Hauser with the ball out on top, trying to set things up. Baseline to Peach. Peach comes back out and just stole it away, and there's a battle for it, and coming up with it is Schultz on the baseline to Knippel. Jones tries to steal Knippel across the timeline. Knippel with the ball gives it up to Litke. Litke over to Just for three. Free throw line extended.
That's an air ball.
Nothing but the bottom of the gym floor.
So Just had a nice defensive stand on this end of the floor and then tried to be Mr. Selfish Man and hit a long one and didn't work.
18-10, Hartford down by 8. Got to get a bucket here. Hartford's been really struggling from the floor. Jones with the ball on the elbow. Gives it inside. Allenbacher turns. No good. Rebound. Weak side Litke.
Needed the roll on that one, Mark. It just didn't happen for him.
Got the ball up nicely. Duncan for three. Right side. Free throw line extended. Good. Defense never came out to honor the dribble, and he just pulled up, said, hey, I'm open for the trifecta, and took it. 21-10. Now Wisco with a double-digit lead in 11. Jones with the ball for three. In and out. No good. Rebound. Peach. And I think we're going to get over the back.
Yeah, it's going to be on number 44, and that's Con Knippel, and he's not too happy about that.
Great rebounding position, 44 on 44. The Magnums inside battling away for the rebound.
Jason Peach at the line, chance to pull within 9.
Hartford, Mike, I'm not sure where we are at the free throw line. I think Fehring made 1. Rodman's missed 4. I think we're 1 for 6, now 1 for 7.
Boy.
Got to improve on that. Knippel, coast to coast to Duncan. Free throw line extended left. Three-point land on the dribble. Comes hard to the baseline. Working on Fehring. We're going to get a body foul.
And that's going to be Fehring's number 2.
Get the feeling this is going to be a slow quarter, Mike. Both teams into the bonus.
At the line will be number 32, Joe Litke. Shooting the bonus with his team up by 11 points. And everybody's in the lane early that time.
Rebound, just had it, swatted away from Hauser, gets it right back to Litke. Out on top to Duncan. Right side swing to Just. Dump low to Schultz. Schultz fade away from 5. Hard off the front of the rim. Rebound, Just gets it back, puts it up and in.
Jeez.
Just crashing the offensive boards inside. Now pulling up on the right wing is Fehring. No good from the elbow, and I think it's going to be Peach over the back.
Yep, Peach working against number 50, Jason Just, and just had the position. And
yeah, Hartford's got to be careful, Mike, because I tell you what here, with them shooting as cold as they are, and Wisco here right now working the inside game the way they are, this one could get out of control and early. Hartford's going to have to find a way to get some points. Maybe try and work it inside a bit. They've been taking the outside J quite a bit.
Just at the line. No good. And another offensive board, but Jones takes it away.
Unfortunately for Hartford, Mike, Wisconsin Lutheran is just as cold at the free throw line. Baseline to Peach. Gives it up to Hauser on the wing. Out on top to Fehring. Thought about the three. Now in the dribble. Right side swing to Jones. Extended. Skip past Hauser for 3. That's hard off the back iron. Up over the backboard. Knippel rips it down, and Jones on the reach in.
We're going to take a time. I'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to WTKM Sports.
Hartford foul number 34, Mike Jones is second. Into the game for Hartford, number 42, Jason Lynch. And then the line for the Vikings, shooting the bonus, number 44, Knippel.
You'll make three.
Back to live action, Mike. 6:14 left to go. First free throw by Knippel is good.
24, Derek Rucker.
Derek Ruckert comes into the lineup replacing David Fehring. So Hartford has used all their players that are suited up tonight. Of course, our personal favorite, Mr. O'Brien, hurt his ankle and is not playing tonight. Mike O'Brien.
That's too bad. 6 minutes left to go. Hartford down by 15. They've been ice cold from the field. I'm not sure what that percentage is, but here's Peach for three.
Yes!
And it's good.
25-13 is the score. Hartford down by 12. Here's Duncan.
Jason Peachtree for the trifecta. 25-13. Dump, and the dump to the security guard. We like to see that. Let's get a couple more assists in that fashion. The turnover. Litke. Hauser coming across the timeline. Wisco switching up, going back to man-to-man. Hauser between the legs, way out on top to Brookert. Between the arcs. Jones, hard to the hoop. Leans, hammered. No call. Boy, just all over him. I couldn't believe that wasn't a foul. Quickly up ahead to Schultz. Lynch is back. Lean in. No good. Rebound. Lynch had it over the back. Is going to be Schultz.
Schultz a little frustrated that he missed that bunny opportunity, and Jason Lynch is going to have a chance to pull his team within 10.
But I tell you what, Schultz, a fine athlete, has got some serious springs, and I tell you what you don't like to see is him join with the ref all the way down the floor. Come on.
Come on, Uncle Tom.
Yeah, what the heck? I tell you what, though, this guy's got some serious springs. Schultz, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he was putting the ball down. Hartford, though, Lynch at the line. 25-13 here, trying to rattle off 5 unanswered points. Got to start making some free throws here.
Well, I can guarantee you these two, Mark.
You can?
I can.
Money in the bank?
Money in the bank.
Nothing but the bottom of the net, the first one, 25-14.
5:29 to go in the first half of action. Hartford trying to pull within 10. Sophomore at the line.
5:29, you're listening to WTKM. Thanks for tuning in. Mike Hennis, Mark Kazabucki. Second one. Go ahead. You called it. I'll let you have it. 25-15. Hartford's got the lead back to 10. Full court pressure. Matchup. With the ball is Knippel. Blowing by Jones on the right side. Picks up his dribble out on top to Duncan. Duncan thought about ball reversal, but Brookert was there for the steal. Couldn't do it. Back to Knippel right side. Dump low to Litke. Litke leans, shoots, short, just rebound. And we're going to get a foul underneath a whistle.
Oh my. Jason Lynch with the personal foul. I don't know.
Hartford's going to be in some serious foul trouble here. Wisco, I believe this is their 5th time to the line in the bonus, and we're only 2 minutes and 48 seconds
into the quarter.
And fortunately for Hartford, Wisco has been just as cold at the free throw line as Hartford. Second one, or first one, in and out. No good rebound. Jones had it, and we're going to get a foul
on Knippel. Well, we get.
Wow.
Well, that's going to put.
Well, we're going to go back down
line.
to this side, to the free throw line, and I got confidence in Jones. We're going to send it back to the station. You're listening to WTKM. We'll be back in 30.
My, oh my. So Jones at the line. Currently 10th in the conference in scoring.
Jones misses the first. Rebound comes to Litke. Litke with the ball across the timeline. Rodman working on him. Left side swing to Just. Just looking for the curl, and Duncan's got it to him. Leans from 5. Gives it up to number 42 into the ballgame who missed it. Sid Blake.
And Knippel.
Knippel on the follow-up, Mike. Rodman quickly up ahead. 15 on the baseline. Good.
Back live, Hartford pulls within 10 points with 4:47 to go in the quarter.
Exchanging buckets, Knippel on a follow-up off a Sid Blake miss, and then Rodman from 15 along the baseline. Wisco really runs that wheel off the high pick, running cutters down the baseline. Litsky pulls up from the elbow, no good rebound. Rodman rips it away from Blake and gets it to Hauser. Hauser, nice backup dribble to let defense fly by, and now he quickly comes into the front court. Gets it up to Rodman and threw it away. Too bad.
So the unforced turnovers once again. Hauser's going to take a seat. David Faring comes in along with Ryan Allenbacher.
That's too bad for Hartford because they really had done a nice job there. The first 3 or 4 minutes of the first quarter, Hartford had 3 unforced turnovers, and now this is the first one since those early moments in the first quarter, but unfortunately it comes when Hartford's trying to put together a rally. Right side swing, Knippel with the ball for Wisco. Way out on top, free throw line extended between the arcs to Duncan. Duncan right side to Just. Tries to dump it inside, he does. He's got Knippel, leans from 5, off the glass, good.
He is so narrow, he doesn't need much room to get through people.
He really moves his body well in the paint to slice through defenders. Lap pass to Jones on the weak side. Nice ball fake! Oh, couldn't get it to go. Good recognition by Allenbacher on the weak, strong side. And then Jones with a backdoor cut down the lane. The lob was there, and a head and shoulders fake will get him 2 free throws.
Shooting 2, number 34, Mike Jones.
29-17, down by 12 points, and we need to get within double figures here.
Can't afford to be missing any more free throws. The first one is good. See, we didn't send it back to the station for commercial this time.
That's right.
Got to make him feel the pressure. Put the ball in the hole. 3:59 left to go. 29-18. Hartford down by 11, looking to make it 10 and do.
And Willie Tomlinson's going to check back in for Wisco, replacing Jason Just.
How do you like Just hairdo?
I tell you, just fine.
Duncan off the inbounds, going to clear everything out, working on Fairing. Working with the left hand, comes across half court, goes left side to Sid Blake. Free throw line extended, three-point territory, top of the key, travel by Knippel. No call, pulls up, in and out, and Tomlinson had it, but Brookard rips it out of there, and finally recovers and gives it up to Fairing. Fairing into the front court. Stutter step, leans into the paint, little runner, and we're going to get an offensive foul.
That's going to be the third on David Fairing. So
Fairing had a nice stutter step move at the top of the key, but then when the defense came, he should have gave it up. We had an open baseline J. I think that was Rodman, but Fairing took the shot, drew the foul.
Travis Hauser going to check in for David Fairing.
Boy, a lot of guys going to be in foul trouble tonight, and Coach Timmer is going to have to use all his bench most likely. Brookard almost a steal on Litke. Now Litke leans in, baseline to Sid Blake. Blake turn around, Jay feeds a slicing. Knippel in a reach foul on Jones. Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's going to be on Jones. There's going to be a timeout on the floor. Hartford trailing by 10 in this one. That's his third. We might have the whole team foul out by halftime.
Boy, Hartford's going to end up with 5 guards.
We're going to send it back to our studios. We'll be right back after these messages on WTKM. Free throw line for Wisconsin Lutheran, Con Knippel. Very likely candidate for, or at least one of the candidates for Player of the Year in the Little 10 Conference.
I think pretty obvious, probably the most talented of the Wisconsin Lutheran Vikings. Makes 2 free throws.
31-19, back to that 12-point lead.
Brookard with the ball, right side to Jones, gives it up to Hauser. Hauser on the right baseline, looking to top of the key. Scott Rodman, skip past Brookard. Brookard slips, has the ball tapped away, gives it up to Hauser off the foot, and another unforced turnover by Hartford.
Oh, that hurts.
Down by 12, can't afford to be doing that.
Lynch comes back in, so Hartford going with 2 players with 3 fouls.
Hartford got to be careful here in the foul situation. With the ball is Schultz on the left wing, looking for the high cutter. Knippel was shut off, got to go back out on top to Litke. Ball reversal, Duncan. Duncan with the ball. He's going to center between the circles on the dribble. Left side swing, Litke. Litke way out. Hauser's going to come out on him. Backing things out, looking to get a cutter going. He's going to come back out on top. 2:40 left to go. Hartford down by 12, 31-19. Duncan left side to Litke. Free throw line extended, almost out of bounds. Gets it over to Duncan. Boy, one more step back and he would have been in the first row of the bleachers. Duncan picks up his dribble, close to 5. Gives it up to Schultz, hands it off to Litke for 3. Hard off the front of the rim. Knippel taps it away. Schultz recovers and then blocked.
Allenbacher went high for the block, couldn't come down with the rebound, losing it out of bounds. Again, the hard work just ball isn't really bouncing in Hartford's favor.
Yeah, Hartford really not able to get any breaks here. And an inbounds pass to Knippel, he lays it right up and in off a spin move, just beat Allenbacher to the ball.
He is so quick.
2:13 left to go, 33-19. Hartford desperately in need of a bucket. Jones with the ball, spins to the lane, leans, shoots, scores. Nice move.
The finger roll, Michael Jones.
Little spin move at the free throw line, freed him up, and then he sliced into the paint and laid it home with a finger roll. Duncan with the ball. Duncan on a dribble, Hauser on him. Andy Duncan-Hines with the ball. Right side swing to Knippel. Knippel looking inside, no go back to Duncan. Duncan left side swing, Litke. Litke looking on the left wing for something inside.
Stolen.
Thrown it away. Rodman for Hartford's got it. To Hauser. Up ahead to Rodman. Rodman for 3. No good. Long rebound's going to come to Jones. Back inside to Lynch. Oh, no good. Rodman offensive rebound. Finally good.
Oh, the smallest guy on the floor working his magic underneath.
Rodman has not been shooting well, but hustling all the way. That time Hartford with 3 great looks on the offensive things, and hopefully Hartford, that bucket will spark, and Rodman will go to the line. You're listening to WTKM. We'll be back in 30.
Minute 32 2:42 to go in the first half, and Hartford's within 10 at the line, shooting one. Dan Rodeman, who's been ice cold from the line.
I think last report 1 for 4, and here a big free throw to cap the three-point play would be instrumental to Hartford's comeback efforts. 33-23, a minute 32 left to go. Free throw up.
No good.
And Allebacher offensive rebound, no good. Rebound, and now we're going to get the over and back by Peach, I believe.
Allebacher has had his opportunities, and we've seen him make those shots, Mark, but credit the guy, he's a youngster, and he's learning, and consistency only comes with time.
He's got half the battle licked. He's found a way to be a force on the offensive glass, but now you got to be able to convert. And only a sophomore, you're right, Mike, it's going to come with experience. And guess who's going back to the line?
Con Knipple.
Free throws up and good.
34-23, back to 11.
Hartford, just when you think they're about ready to put on a little run, Wisco comes right back, and both teams have been in the bonus the entire second quarter. Oh, my.
And it's 35-23.
Quickly up ahead and stolen away by Knipple. Read the eyes of Hauser, and here comes Knipple. They got 3-on-1. Nice no-look pass to Tomlinson. Leans, shoots, scores.
Willie Tomlinson off the pass from Con Knipple. Not only is he a fine offensive threat, he can pass the ball, too.
He can run the floor. You've got your center leading a fast break with your two guards, or a guard and a forward on the wings. 3-on-2, Wisco converted. 37-23, and we're back to a 14-point lead. Peach with the ball, gives it up to Jones. To the paint, leans,
oh, he's fouled.
Shoots, fouled.
Gets
good.
the roll.
Got the roll. A lot of contact. Tomlinson undercut him, but no call. Litke with the ball. Litke left side. Dump pass to Knipple. Nice shovel to number 54 in the ballgame. Dumke, who missed a little reversal finger roll. And another great look by Knipple on the inside. Great passing ability. Jones with the ball. Stutter step comes Rodeman for three. On the baseline.
Yes!
God. Nothing but the bottom of the net.
When he shoots a free throw, it's too close. He needs to be out farther to drain it.
He says, can I back up to the top of the key for my free throws from now on? Duncan with the ball. Ball reversal, Litke. Baseline dump to Knipple. I don't know how he maintained the possession of that ball. To Duncan. Leans in at the elbow. Good.
He's only shot 2 shots tonight, Mike, and he's got one of the prettiest releases, and he's drained them both.
He just gave a ball fake to Hauser, who flew at him. You got 4 seconds left. You got to get a shot off here. Peach at the buzzer, no good, and Hartford just forgot how much time was left in the half, and it's too bad.
All right, well, Hartford trailing in this one, 39-28. We'll be back with our official halftime stats after these messages. In this one, 39-28, and a couple of spurts, you know. Hartford's definitely had their opportunities. If they had to play flawless ball, they'd obviously have the lead in this game.
They sure would. A couple things in Hartford's favor and working against Hartford. Fortunately for Hartford, Wisconsin Lutheran can't shoot the free throw line. From the free throw line, they've been stone cold, and Knipple really has been the only one able to put the ball in from the free throw line. And for Hartford, they're playing great defense, but they're not converting off their good defense. Okay, they're getting the rebound, they're coming down, they're getting a good shot, they're just not converting. Hartford has got to improve from the field, and they're working the ball from the outside. They've got a couple backdoor cuts, but really have not worked the low post over very well. Consequently, all their efforts have been from the outside, and a team that lives by the outside shooting dies by the outside shooting if they can't go inside.
But one thing I think that's been frustrating Wisconsin Lutheran is just the fact that a team like Hartford, who is basically heightless, battling the offensive boards and keeping the ball alive, that has kept Hartford in this game. They've been missing their outside shots, but everybody's crashing the boards, just trying to keep the ball alive, and hopefully somebody can pick up the loose ball.
And you would hope if you can get 2 and even 3 shots at the bucket, you could convert, but Hartford has been able to convert consistently on the offensive glass also. On the other hand, you know, I think Hartford is doing a nice job. I hate to use it, but you can only hope to contain Knipple. You can't stop him. The guy can pull up over you. We saw him lead the fast break. The team center's leading the fast break. You can't really hope to completely stop this guy, but I think Hartford has done a nice job containing him. With both teams in the bonus, though, Knipple's going to get his points, and really, that's where he's got most of his points has been from the free throw line.
All right, we're going to see how Eric Gitter's doing. We're going to do our official halftime stats with Eric, our public address announcer, from down on the floor. Mr. Eric Gitter.
Thank you, Mike. For Wisconsin Lutheran, number 10, Andy Duncan with 5 points. Number 40, Andy Schultz with 2. Number 44, Con Knippel with 22 points. Number 50, Jason Just with 3. Number 52, Willie Tomlinson with 4. Number 54, Steve Dumke with 3 for a total of 39 points for Wisconsin Lutheran.
From this far away,
for Hartford, number 10,
good.
Dan Rodeman with 9 points. Number 20, David Faring with 4. Number 32, Ryan Allenbacher with 2. Number 34, Mike Jones with 8. Number 42, Jason Lynch with 2. And number 44, Jason Peach with 3 for a total of 28 points for Hartford.
All right, thank you very much, Eric. We're going to send it back to our studios now. Our halftime score is 39-28. Stay tuned. The second half is coming your way next, right here from Hartford Union High School. Has definitely been special and been good to the Hartford Orioles this year.
Yeah, they have to come out with some renewed intensity, Mike, and I think they've got to come out. And the first couple of possessions are going to be big. Hartford down by 11, and really could have been more and could have been less. If Hartford would have been making their free throws and converted somewhere around 50%, I think this game's close to even. Fortunately for Hartford, it could be a lot more if Wisconsin Lutheran would have been shooting their free throws. So Hartford's just going to have to come out. They got to get a couple stops and get this lead back under double digits right away.
All right, with the ball right now is number 32. That's Litke. Gets it over to Duncan. Andy Duncan, left wing to Schultz. Schultz looking inside, finds Duncan on the baseline. He's very selective with his shots, but I think he must shoot a marvelous percentage for the season as he throws the ball out of bounds.
Yeah, that time wide open from 17, 18 feet along the baseline. Passed it up in order to look for Knippel in the high post and then threw it out of bounds on the look inside.
Here's Hauser pushing it up quickly. He finds Rodeman on the baseline. He puts up a shot, air ball, but Mike Jones for the rebound just blocks it. Here's Rodeman to Hauser for 3. It's on the way. No good. Rebound. Peach is battling, but he just doesn't have the inches. Here's Lidke driving in for the layup, and he's fouled by Ryan Allenbacher, and the bucket's good.
There's another one of those underclassmen mistakes, Mike. If you're going to get back and if you're going to get a foul, you got to make sure that ball has no chance to go in. Otherwise, just let him have the lay-in.
41-28 at the line. Number 32, Joe Lidke, 5'9" junior.
41-28. Hartford, we talked about one thing that would be critical was to come out and have a stop. They got to stop, miss the tray, and now give up a three-point play.
Jones inbound, finds Hauser. Just underway in the third quarter, 42-28, and already one team foul for the Orioles. Jason Peach on the baseline between the leg dribble, didn't want to, but it happened. Inside to Allenbacher, shot up, no good. Rebound, battled for Jones and Duncan. It's going to go off Jones' leg. It's going to be Wisco ball.
There's Jones hustling once again, and Hartford with another good look inside. Allenbacher with a little 5-6 foot turnaround jump shot, couldn't get it to go. And Hartford, unfortunately, their shooting woes continue.
Here's Duncan, swings it over to Schultz. Andy Schultz working against Peach. Over to Lidke, Jason Just on top to Duncan, between the two Dunkin' Donuts. Duncan, he was gonna shoot the 3. Here's Just knifing through, slicing off the glass, and good.
That's a tough shot. Out of a little curl move on the dribble, came to between the block and the elbow, pulled up from a little leaner, 12 foot, put it home off the glass.
Here's Allenbacher on the left wing, reversing it to Peach. Rodeman on the baseline. He's driving, and there's going to be a foul on Duncan.
Selective call that time, not a lot of contact. Hartford, Mike, it seems they start to move the ball well in the half-court set. They had a good ball reversal working, and then Rodeman held the ball, I think, a little bit too long on the baseline.
Hartford inbound, finds Rodeman. Inside to Allenbacher with a turnaround off the glass. This time he gets it to go.
Allenbacher squared, and Knippel just lost him, couldn't get there in time, and he kissed it home off the glass. Good look inside by Rodeman.
Here's Duncan to Schultz, driving off the glass. Good. Can he get up?
Schultz can get up. That time, the little two-hand slap of the backboard, and the weak side help was too slow getting there. Allenbacher tried to recover but couldn't.
Hauser over to Rodeman on the right wing. Looking inside, finds Jason Peach for 3. No good. Rebound battled for, and look it. Rodeman is all over the place. And I say it went off Rodman, it'll be Hartford ball.
Pretty close. I thought Duncan had a hand on that. Rodman does a nice job battling on the offensive glass, but Hartford couldn't get going. Another three-pointer missed by Hartford. We'll take those percentages. Heck, Peach wide open top of the key. Why not?
Sure. He made his last one. 46-30, a 16-point lead for Wisco. Here's Knipple, who's had 22 in the first half. Litke, he's driving. He feeds it inside to Knipple with a nice little smooth reverse layup.
The way Wisco moves the ball is similar to Hartford, but Wisco, Mike, doesn't seem to hold the ball and let the defense catch. Ball reversal, high post, weak side pick. You come across, dump the ball inside. Off the ball reversal, you catch the defense sleeping.
Travis Hauser dribbled off his foot, and it skimmed off the leg of Litke out of bounds. Hartford ball.
And look at Schultz. He's still jawing down there. Boy, nothing can go right for him.
Here's Chief penetrating, and he draws the foul.
Chief, nice move inside. Curled around just and then took it to Litke and Knipple and drew the foul.
So Adam Hansen will go to the line, shooting 2.
5:34 left to go, 48-30. Hartford couldn't come out and contain Wisconsin Lutheran, and it's now an 18-point lead. Hansen, though, will be at the line looking to cut into it.
Free throw on the way, he rushed it.
Boy, Hartford just, it must be something in the atmosphere. I don't know what it is, but just has not been a pretty evening for Hartford from the free throw line or the field.
Second free throw for Hansen. And this one's good. They're 48-31. Up ahead quickly to Schultz. Schultz looking for Tomlinson. Nothing there. Over to Knipple. Knipple to Tomlinson, reversing it over to Litke. Litke driving. Finds Schultz. Back out to Litke. Reversing to Duncan. Duncan between the circles, back left side to Litke. Litke driving to the baseline, double team, puts up a tough shot over the top of Adam Hansen.
Adam Hansen came from the weak side to honor the dribble penetration. Litke, recognizing it, pulled up from 6-7 feet on the baseline and went right over the top.
Here's Hauser. Swings over to Peach. Working against Schultz, who can jump out of the gym. Stolen away by Litke. Working against Rodman, puts up a shot, and there'll be a foul on Rodman. And that time, Rodman made sure the shot didn't go in.
He sure did, and I thought that was a pretty clean pick. And they're going to say a block, but I tell you what, it looked like Duncan, or that's number 32, Litke, ran right into him. Tough call. Duncan to inbound. I think we're going to get a kick by Jones.
Well, that must be the case because he must have stripped him clean. Otherwise, it would have been a shooting foul, right?
Yep.
Wow, 50-31.
4:51 left to go.
Duncan.
You're right, Mike. He's very selective. That time he turned and squared, free throw line extended left, right side, and was wide open for 3, but just passed it up.
Knipple working against Peach. Here's Litke penetrating, pulls up from 12.
He's got a nice looking stroke, Mike. He on the dribble penetration, pulls up very quickly, has good follow through, and puts a nice high arc and rotation on the shot.
And the ball stolen away by Knipple. He read that one clean. Here's Tomlinson. Pulls up off the glass. Good.
You get the feeling Wisconsin Lutheran just loves to get this ball game into transition in the open court. All these guys seem to know when, Mike, to take it to the hole and when to pull up.
We'll be right back after this timeout. Hartford trailing in this one by 23. We'll be right back. Back, a timeout by Coach Doran Timmer, and David Faring throws it away. Saved by Knipple, gets it up to Litke. Litke driving hard. Over to Knipple. He's driving, pulls up from 18. Oh!
There it is again. One dribble left side, pulls up from 18 on the baseline. Allenbacher right there, but you just can't stop that.
Jones working against Tomlinson. And there's going to be a foul on Tomlinson, riding him down the left side.
Jones trying to make a move to the hoop and wanted to dump off the penetration to free up a baseline jumper, but the body foul will stop that. 3:45 left to go, and Hartford down by a bunch, 56-31.
George Mortal.
The immortal one. I owed you one.
David Faring to inbound, needs some help, finds Michael Jones. Oh, no good. Rebound, Con Kneppel.
You can't ask for a much better shot. 2 feet from the hoop, a little leaner, put it up hard off the back of the rim.
I admire this patience that Wisco has. I mean, they put up a lot of points. They like to rush the floor, but tell you what, if they don't feel good about a shot and don't feel that they may not have a good offensive board, here's Knippel puts it up off the glass and in. They'll pass up the long shot.
Yeah, they will. You get the feeling they love to be in transition, but when they're not, they've got the patience to look for the good shot. That time it was a dump to the block, and now here's Lynch off a little leaner from 10. Good in the paint. But Knippel, he's just so dominating on the inside. That time a drop step, and he just blew right by Allenbacher.
58-33.
That's right.
Schultz on the left wing on top to number 32, Lidke. Swings it over to Tomlinson. George Mortal. Back to Tomlinson. He penetrates, swings it over to Con Knippel. Is he going to pop a three? No. Oh, what a fake. Oh, my. He turned Rodman completely around.
He ball faked over Rodman's head to the post up. It was Andy, I know nothing, Schultz looking for the ball on the block, and Knippel just pulled it back and drained the tray.
Lynch with his second big bucket baseline.
Little fadeaway shot over Schultz, and then Lynch almost a steal. And I tell you what, Lynch has got to have some springs, because to get over the top of Andy, I know nothing, Schultz, you got to be able to sky.
And Schultz is going to take a seat on the far end of the bench.
2:23 left to go. Hartford down by 26.
With the ball right now is Tim Walther. Gets it on top to Lidke. Here's Mortal driving off the glass. No good. Hard up, but an offensive board by number 45, Tim Walther. And he'll go to the line, shooting 2.
Walter fresh into the ballgame, and there were 3 Hartford players, and I have no idea how Walter got in front of all 3 of them. 2:11 left to go. Hartford down by 26, Mike, and we talked about it opening up that third quarter. Hartford had to be able to stop Wisco and get down under double digits, and just couldn't do it. And they've got looks inside once again, but couldn't convert. And now Wisco, you get the feeling now Wisco, they're really loose here. They've got the big lead, and heck, why not have a little fun? And that's when things can really get out of proportion.
Second free throw is good as he misses the first. Makes it 62-35, a 27-point lead for Wisco as David Faring draws a foul on Joe Lidke.
That's a good matchup right there. Lidke and Faring very quick on the dribble, and Faring that time baited him with a little stutter step.
You can't say enough about this Hartford team. As hard as they're playing right now, down by the big lead, and just keep working and executing, working on the things that coach wants you to work at. David Faring with the shot, no good from 3. It looks like he was fading away a little too much.
Yeah, really pushed that shot. Wasn't set again.
Hebner over to Knippel, no good. Rebound. Dan Rodman up ahead to Faring. And the ball almost stolen away by George Mortal. I'll tell you, they're reading that sideline pass pretty well.
Hartford trying to get the ball up quick to catch Wisco in transition, sleeping on the defense or offensive side, and Wisco really, you're right, really looking for that long outlet.
Well, they're setting you up. They're pretending like they don't know what's going on. As Jones pops a 3, it's good.
Boy, Jones for a 3, and I tell you what, when you got Tomlinson coming at you on the box out, you got a lot to worry about, but Jones still drained it.
Here's Knippel. Over to Tomlinson, a spin pass, stolen away by Lynch.
Great hands by Lynch.
Up ahead to Jones.
3 on 2.
To Rodman, to Faring from 12. No good, got to hit that shot. Rebound, Lynch battling for it, up off the glass. Oh, no good. Gets his own board and up. And still.
Oh, my. I tell you, I get tired just watching these guys battle inside. Lynch, a superb effort inside. 3 offensive rebounds, was mugged a couple of times, had his wallet stolen, picked his socks clean, and is going to go to the line for 2. Great effort inside.
Dan Rodman takes a seat. Travis Hauser comes back in. 62-38 is their score. Hartford down by 24.
1:21 left to go here in the third. And I tell you what, we've seen crazier things. I saw the LSU-Kentucky game.
Was that something else? Down 31 with 14 minutes to go in the game.
I can't even imagine giving up 31 points in 14 minutes, much less letting a team gain 31 points on you when you're able to shoot the ball. Oh, amazing comeback.
I know a lot of teams that can't score 31 if you leave them in the gym by themselves. 62-39, 1 of 2 for Jason Lynch.
Well, now we're only down 23. That's far from 31, and here's almost a...
Oh,
call.
No call. And Michael Jones with the rebound up to Lynch with 1:08 to go in the third. Here's Hauser to Lynch. To Faring underneath off the glass and good.
Nice look inside by Lynch. That time was going to pop to Jay and saw Faring breaking weak side. Got it to him and he laid it home.
Here's George Mortal between the legs. Left wing Tim Walther. Back on top to Brett Hebner. Back to Mortal. To Tomlinson. Steady player. Willie Tomlinson. Here's Knippel. Back over to Hebner. They're going to play for one. 39 seconds left. 21-point lead for Wisco.
Hartford, if they can get a stop here and a quick bucket, oh, what a boost.
25 seconds. Here's George Mortal working against Travis Hauser.
Hartford, they're in a matchup zone. They're going to pass people off to stay on the ball. Hauser comes out to honor.
Walther to Tomlinson, almost stole by Hauser. Mortal working against Faring. Three-point attempt with 6 seconds left is no good. Offensive rebound is good by Tim Walther.
Hartford got so concerned, Mike, with the ball and matching up man-to-man on the outside for the last shot that they just opened up the weak side, and Walther was there and had an easy lay-in.
After 3 quarters of action, Hartford trailing in this one by 23, 64-41. We'll be right back. Margin, but still battling, working as hard as they can. Con Knippel's got to have well over 30 points already tonight.
Yeah, and he had a lot of them from the free throw line. 22 or 23 in the first half, and I'll bet you 10 to 12 of them came from the charity stripe, and now he decides, I've done my damage inside at the free throw line. I'm going to back it out to the trifecta range and can a couple.
Here to call the fourth quarter for you, Mark Kuzabucky.
Thank you very much, Mike. Here we go, WTKM. Proud to bring you this basketball game. Hartford Orioles. And a nice lean in by Faring. Split the zone and pulled up at the free throw line for the leaner. 64-43. Hartford, as Mike mentioned, continuing the battle even though facing a big deficit. Andy, I know nothing. Schultz with the ball. Dump pass inside to Hebner. Hebner gives it up. Back out to Mortal. Mortal on the dribble. Hartford's now gone back to man-to-man pressure defense. Mortal with the ball on the dribble. Right side swing over to Schultz. Free throw line extended. Three-point land. Looking for the cutter off the high pick at the free throw line. Ball reversal comes to Dumke. Dumke with the ball, dump inside, stolen away by Allenbacher, ripped away back by Schultz. Hebner's there, that's Mortal, takes a shot, misses on the lean in, and it's going to be
Dumke over the back.
That was a Dumke play.
A Dumke play.
7-16. And Andy Duncan Hines.
Replacing number 24, Brett Hebner.
64-43. And Hauser, now that's nice to see. Hauser aware of the clock. The ball comes in and he says, heck, no one on me, I'll let it bounce 3 times before I pick it up. Hauser thought about the 3, gives it up to Faring for 3! Out at the front of the rim, rebound. I believe that's Schultz. Gives it up to Duncan, and it hits the ref. It would have went out of bounds, but it hit the ref. Talk about a break. Ball out on top to Mortal. Mortal on the dribble. Hartford matching up man-to-man. Left side comes to Just. Beginning of the game, he would have pulled up for the tray. Now dumps it to Schultz. He leans, shuts, turns, fades. No good off the glass. Rebound. Faring. Good box out by Hartford. Nobody around in blue jerseys. With the ball, I believe that's Lynch. Wrap around baseline. No.
Jump ball.
Schultz gives him the old bear hug, and they get a jump ball out of it.
Way to stay after his shot.
And another good-looking move, Mike, by Hartford. Lynch with a little wraparound on the baseline, but couldn't get it to go.
Coach Timmer's been talking about Jason Lynch and how much all these players have improved during the course of the season. But he says especially Lynch and his aggressive play. He was a little passive early on. Now he's really trying to make something happen with the basketball.
What a nucleus for this Hartford team in Jones, Allenbacher, Lynch coming back next year. They're going to be tough. And how about that shot? Andy, I know nothing. Schultz with a turnaround from the block, kissed it home off the glass, 66-43. Hauser with the ball on the dribble. Wisco's gone to zone. Dump pass inside. Allenbacher drop step, foul!
And good!
Great drop step on Schultz. Before he knew it hit him, Allenbacher had dropped to the hoop and put it in.
Well, he didn't have a real handle on that ball.
No, but I tell you what, good aggressive move, though, to stay with it.
That is a chance to pull your team within 20.
Jason Peachtree back into the ball game.
Replacing Jason Lynch mob.
All right, it's turned into a battle, hasn't it? All right, you got to come up with one for Rodman.
Rodman, the Rodster.
Rodham Cowboy.
Rodham Cowboy.
Free throw, good by Allenbacher.
Well, that would imply he goes over the back, and I don't think he does that very often.
66-46. Hartford has shaved 6 points off the lead. Up ahead, Duncan with the ball. Hartford, yeah, I can't tell. It looks like matchup. Yep. And with the ball is Schultz, left wing, out on top to Mortal. Ball reversal just for 3. Now he's standing on the line. No good rebound. Lynch rips it down. Good board. Up ahead to Hauser. Here comes Hartford. 5:46 left to go in the game. Hartford down by 20. This should be a 3 by Rodman.
Short.
It's way short. Rebound just. Rodman, he just can't seem to find the range consistently. Schultz, nice shovel pass over to Mortal.
Missed.
And boy, that should have been goaltending. Jones high in the air. Offensive rebound. Schultz to Mortal to Duncan. Thought about the 3, and there it's that selection again. He backs it right on. Otter says, hey, we don't need 3 that bad.
I got teammates that can score.
And almost a steal by Peach. Mortal recovers once again. He's saved Wisco twice now this possession. Duncan, top of the key, right side. This guy won't hold it. He'll take the shot. No, he shovels it. Ball almost stolen away. Knipple looked inside. Rodman's there on Duncan, left side. He's picked up his dribble. He needs some help. Hauser almost with a steal. Double team. Oh, my. That's just tough defense, and they're going to let him out of it by calling a weak touch foul on Hauser.
Travis picks up the personal. It's the team's 4th.
I think, is that third for Hauser?
Yeah, that's Travis's 3rd.
Ruckert into the ball game. 5:05 left to go. Hartford down by 20. 66-46. Inbound comes to Duncan. Left side to Schultz. Hard to the baseline off the dribble. Puts it up. Missed it. Overlaid it, but long rebound. Tapped out of there by Knipple. Is controlled by Schultz. Hands off to Duncan. To Knipple. Right wing, out on top to Litke. Ball fake, one dribble, right side, Duncan. On the wing, once again. Looking inside, no go. Hartford, look at Jones battling with Knipple, and then almost a steal. And then kicked out of there by Allenbacher. Bruckert working hard, and Jones working hard on the defense.
I don't know if it was that much of a kick. I thought the kicking call was called if they really tried to kick the ball. Looked like it was, just passed off the guy's leg, but nonetheless, kicking violation.
Lynch into the ball game for Peach. 4:41 left to go. Hartford doing a nice job on defense here. Lifke screaming for the ball. He was wide open on the back door. Rodman finally got there. Now here he comes hard to the lane. Leads from 10. No good. He's got some serious springs, and Bruckert rips the ball out of there in the land of the Giants. Rodman's got it to Jones for 3.
Whoa. Did that go through the net or?
Yeah. Let's just say it went through the net.
Okay.
And never moved it.
Wow, what a shot.
Or it went 2 foot to the right and didn't hit anything.
Ooh, it looked good from here.
It sure did. Duncan with the ball up ahead, 66-46. Knipple, right wing. Needs some help. Jones all over him. He's played some pretty tough defense.
Duncan, all over Duncan.
Duncan between the circles, on the dribble. Schultz, head and shoulders fake, hard to the baseline, and then, oh man, he's got some springs.
He looked at that ball go through the hoop from the back side of the glass.
I think he really wanted to dunk that ball, but ended up laying it in, and quickly up ahead to Rodman and right through his hands. I think he was looking to square to shoot.
Ouch. 3:56 to go, and Hartford down by 22.
Coach Timmer freely substituting here and trying to keep everybody fresh. 68-46. Down by 22, and the inbounds comes to Duncan. Hartford's going to pick up full court. Duncan still on the dribble. Hauser really working him hard. Close to 10. Behind the back, Duncan. Left side, Schultz. Peach on him. Out on top to Just. Just top of the key. On the dribble, comes to the block. Gives it up. Right side, Licky. On the dribble to the paint. Shut off. Nicely stolen away by Ferring.
Here goes Hartford the other way.
Ferring up ahead to Lynch. Lynch, crossover move. Gives it up to Hauser for 3.
Nope.
Hard off the back of the iron. Offensive rebound, Ferring. Ferring, nice ball fake. Leans, blocked foul on Schultz.
That'll put David at the line. Shooting 2.
And we're going to take a timeout. Ferring at the line, shooting 2. You're listening to WTKM. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Wisconsin will call number 4 to Andy Schultz in court. And again from the Vikings, number 34, Mark Brissot. And at the line for Hartford, shooting 2, number 20, David Ferry.
Ferring's free throw up. And
68-47. Hartford down by 21. Second free throw. Hard off the iron. Ferring gets his own rebound off the glass.
and puts it in. And a travel.
The way he designed it, and a travel on Duncan, and Duncan can't believe it. And before things get going quickly, a timeout.
Do another one.
And we're back to live action. We're going to take a timeout. And Wisco off a turnover wants a timeout. You listen to WTKM. We're going to send it back to the station for another 30-second commercial break. Don't see second 30-second commercial.
Back to live action. Hartford got inbound underneath their own hoop.
Hauser getting set to do the duties. Looking, and it's got Peach for three. Oh, and that just typifies Hartford tonight. That ball all the way down and spit out, and almost a steal by Jones. Knipple with the ball. Left side on the dribble, goes up, fouling good, and he went 1-on-3. He said, I haven't been inside in quite some time, so I'll reintroduce myself to you Orioles down here, 1-on-3.
As he spits Oriole feathers out.
Yeah, he's just tough. He's got the springs, he's got the agility, and he's got a soft touch at 6'4". And his free throw, though, is no good. Offensive rebound to number 34 in the ballgame, who lays it up.
Mark Brasso.
Mark Brasso, the 6'1" senior, gets into the books. Here's Peach for another trade. That time it's good.
All right, now we've got some exciting basketball going on.
Left wing, Peach for three. Here's Knipple running the point guard show. Litke with the ball. Hartford's really gone pressure defense, and now you're going to see Wisco pull things out beyond the three-point line and look for the backdoor cutters. Hartford with some good pressure D. Duncan with the ball. Hauser on him. Duncan wants to go between the circles, and now he's double-teamed. Boy, almost looked like a carry. Gives it up to Knipple, who thought about the trade. Jones on him, baseline. Good defense. Spins to the baseline. Leans, fouled. Boy, Peachtree really hammered him. Jones doing a nice job working Knipple over, and then Knipple off a 360 move to the baseline, and Peach keep wanting to call him Peachtree. This almost seems natural. Peach came over to recognize weak side help, but went up a little too hard.
He probably could have used an extra branch to try to block that shot.
Free throw, no good.
Knipple could be having a career night.
I don't know if I've ever seen anybody score 30 points, but he's got to have them, and he could probably be getting close to 40 if he'd make his free throws. And and it's not like he's a ball hog either.
Oh no, he's got 6-7 assists as well.
Yeah, he plays within the offense, and here's the steal by Litke. Litke, they got 3-on-1, loses his dribble, picks it up, double dribble, no call, and a steal by Lynch. Here goes Lynch, high to the baseline, shovel to Hauser, lays it up, and missed the lay-in. Fearing, off balance, throws up a shot. He was fouled and no call, and boy, another golden opportunity falling along the wayside for Hartford. 2 layups missed. Duncan ball reversal into the front court. Bounce pass, one time over to Brasso. Brasso goes baseline to Schultz, who throws it back in trying to save it, and Hauser recovers and has it stolen away from behind, and Schultz is going to get the foul. And there he is. He's saying, yeah, okay, he's talking to the ref again.
I got to go out now because I always get so upset with myself.
Sid Blake checking in for Wisco. Hebner in for Wisco, and for Hartford, Rodman into the ballgame along with Hansen.
Schultz has fouled out. Sid Blake, remember him from the football days?
Yeah, sure do. And number 30 set to check in, Jim Unruh. 6'1" senior for Wisco. Hauser will be at the line, and Hauser just been stone cold this evening. And there it is once again, free throw, no good, but Hansen offensive rebound, leads, shoots, no good. Contact, tip by Hansen, no good. Man, battling inside in a travel. And
Blake gets the rebound.
And guess who's going to bring the ball up? Knipple. He'll play point guard too if you want him to. Duncan's got the ball. Carry, no call. Shovel pass, Hebner. Out on top between the rings. Stutter step dribble. Drucker really bodied him. Sid Blake right wing on the dribble. Picks it up. Needs some help. Out on top. Skip pass. Duncan. Top of the key. Hauser on him. Duncan on the dribble. Gives it up. Left wing. Hebner. Drucker on him. Hebner high to the baseline. Fades from 15. Good. Tough shot.
Great extension.
Drucker had good defense all over him like a cheap suit, but he still canned the baseline Trey. Or Jay. One of those two. Rodman for 3.
Yes.
God. Boy, you just can't have a wide open. You got to have someone hanging all over him. It was Brasso who was hanging all over him, and he drained a three, and then a foul by Jones trying to body and double team Duncan in the backcourt. Couldn't shut off the sideline, and Duncan beat him to it. Drew the foul and go to the line.
Jim Unruh checks in for Wisconsin Lutheran, replacing Con Knippel.
Knippel sits down after a fine performance. 52 seconds left here. 75-55. Hartford down by 20. Duncan at the line for Wisco. Free throw. No good. Rebound Jones. Jones. Bruckert. Across the timeline. Stutter dribble. Nice move to the paint. Up left hand. No good. Rebound Jones.
Chief.
Up good. Or that's Chief. I tell you what, I like the move of Bruckert at the top of the key. It's stutter step and blew by everybody down the paint.
57 points for Hartford, 75 for Wisco, 18-point game.
Unruh to inbound, finds Hebner, and Bruckert gives him the old elbow to the sternum. Accidentally, though.
We'll take a timeout as we go to the other end, shooting the bonus. You're listening to WTKM Sports. The free throw line, number 24, Hebner. No
Misses
good.
The shot, rebound, Rodman rips it out of there. Fairing up ahead and right in the hands of Duncan. And then look at Hansen, battle for the ball. He's got it. Shoots from his knees. Oh, he almost got it to go. Fairing, rebound, no good. Oh, I wanted that to go so bad.
Chief shoots from his knees.
And I tell you what, Mike, Hartford, just a testament here to their overall team attitude. They've played everybody on the bench and have played them in a game situation. It hasn't been the team has been down by quite so many points, but we've seen this now for about the last 4 or 5 games. Hartford uses their whole bench, and in game situations where
the game matters.
Yeah, when the game matters, Coach Timmer's substituting freely and relying on everybody to maintain a consistent offensive flow, and boy, just a testament to this team attitude. Fairing's first free throw is good. Hansen on his knees almost canned his shot. Second free throw's good. 75-59. Fairing makes them both. Full court pressure. And Unruh inbounds to Duncan. Duncan, I tell you what, he's an unselfish team leader. That guy, he could have had a lot of shot opportunities, but he elected to pull it out of there looking for the better shot. And he's 2 for 2. Duncan with the ball. Fairing really working him over, right side to Hebner. Hebner to Unruh for 3! Now it hit the cable. Yeah, you get the feeling he hasn't scored yet this year. With 6 seconds left, Unruh with a standing O from Wisconsin Lutheran. Inbounds pass to Fairing. Leaner, buzzer. No good rebound. Unruh had it, lost it. Hansen's got it, and that's it. So that'll do it, Mike. 75-59. Hartford at the start of the second half in the third quarter there. Wisco opened up a double-digit lead. It got up to 16, and Hartford just couldn't get back into the game.
That's right. They gave it a valiant effort, as they have done all season. And again, senior night, tribute to the seniors that have stuck it out this season. Just because things weren't going well, those guys decided, hey, we're committed. We've been here for 4 years, and we're going to stick these things out and try to develop our younger players on this team and build for the future. And I think that's definitely what Adam Hansen and Travis Hauser and Dan Radman have done.
They sure did. And we talked about this nucleus, Mike. I really like the chances next year when you've got Lynch, Jones, and Allenbacher, 6'2", 6'2", 6'4". You got to give at least all those guys at Peach another inch coming back. And they've got some talent, some ability, and we've seen them improve 100% this year. I like the possibilities for next year. This season's not over yet, though. These guys going into tournaments, who knows? Everybody gets hot. You start canning the trifectas and get on a roll, and maybe we can do a little something in tournaments.
Definitely the case. And Wisconsin Lutheran, of course, heading to the WISA State Tournament. They were there last year. I expect to see them there again.
Yeah, they got a tough team. They've got a team that can hit you from a lot of different angles, and I don't think you saw all of Wisconsin Lutheran tonight. We saw Duncan at the point guard position very unselfish. He took 2 shots. They looked perfect, and he could shoot the ball from the outside, and he just passed them up tonight. He says, hey, I got the guys like Knippel inside draining the ball, and Schultz and some other guys canning it. I don't need to score. I'm just happy dishing the ball off and making things happen, and so I think you didn't quite get all of Wisconsin Lutheran tonight.
All right, well, we're going to be back with our official end of the game stats coming up next here on WTKM. Stay tuned. The the 13th time in conference. Been a tough run for the Orioles this year, but again, you can't tell by the way they're playing that they haven't won a game in conference.
Now they come out and the way they play, you'd never know. You guess they'd be right in there for the conference title race, and it's inspiring to see and watch these guys play, given the odds that they face game in and game out, and their situation on the season, when really all hope is lost for the conference. Really not much to play for, but they come out and lay it on the line every night. You've got to respect that.
Okay, here's Mr. Eric Gitter with our official end of the game stats. Eric?
For Wisconsin Lutheran, number 10, Andy Duncan with 5 points. Number 24, Brett Hebner with 2. Number 32, Joel Lidke with 7. Number 34, Mark Brissot with 2. Number 40, Andy Schultz with 8. Number 45, Tim Walther with 3. Number 50, Jason Just with 5. Number 52, Willie Tomlinson with 6. Number 54, Steve Dumke with 3. And number 44, Con Knippel with 34 points for a total of 75 for Wisconsin Lutheran. For Hartford, number 10, Dan Rodeman with 12 points. Number 20, David Faring with 13. Number 32, Ryan Allenbacher with 7. Number 34, Mike Jones with 11. Number 42, Jason Lynch with 7 points. Number 44, Jason Peach with 6. And number 52, Adam Hansen with 3 for a total of 59 points for Hartford.
All right, Eric, thank you very much. All right, well, that's going to do it, Mark, for our regular season broadcast. So we got left next Tuesday night at Heartland Arrowhead. The Lady Orioles taking on Heartland, have never beaten the Lady Warhawks.
Some memorable ball games in the past. Boy, who can forget the double OT game?
In 1988, the sectional opener. But that's going to be next week, Tuesday night at Arrowhead High School. Hartford's going to be taking on Heartland Arrowhead, and we'll hear that game at 7 o'clock on the radio, and also maybe we'll have Channel 21 there as well. We hope so.
But one more game left for both our guys and gals teams in the conference, so we can't be with you, but please go out and support these teams. They've played hard all season and deserve the fan support, and maybe we'll see you out there and root them luck in their last games, and then see you for the tournaments.
Tomorrow night, Friday, the Hartford Lady Orioles will be at Wisconsin Lutheran, so come on out and cheer them on as they get set to go for tournament play. For Mark Kuzabucki, I'm Mike Ennis, and thanking Eric Gitter. Also like to thank our engineers. We'd like to thank Gary, our cameraman. Also, we'd like to thank Mike Vesey and Bill Bischoff for engineering tonight's broadcast. We're going to hear from our sports club sponsors before we head into what we call a Thursday night polka party on WTKM Radio. Good night, everybody.
Good night.